If you are feeling bloated all of the time, no matter how healthy you eat, exhausted no matter how much you sleep, and just anxious generally all the time, I have been there for over 7 years. I had struggled with really bad SIBO, and I was diagnosed with IBS, which is essentially the umbrella term for going to the doctor and them not knowing what is wrong with your gut. I saw doctor after doctor, got test after test, and still had no real answers. I felt completely disconnected from my body. Everything I ate just made me feel worse, and I felt sluggish all the time. I tried elimination diets, I tried adding things in like supplements. Nothing worked long term until I stopped chasing quick fixes and started getting to the root cause with real sustainable changes that we're gonna talk through today. I can say that now my gut is healed. I have energy all the time when I should, and I'm sleeping well when I should. My circadian rhythm is back. I feel like I understand my body. I feel connected to it. I know how to listen to it intuitively because I healed it from the inside out. And so this video is for anyone who's feeling stuck in those gut issues, in low energy, any of that. And I'm sharing 8 realistic changes that worked for me that you can get on today. So welcome back to our community, and welcome if you're new. Let's get right into the first tip. The first tip is really hard, especially when you are really motivated and just eager to get the ball rolling or to cut to the final result and solution. I get it, but stop over committing and focus rather on just a few goals. One major thing that I changed in my life literally just last year, even after healing my gut, I stopped giving 10% to 10 different things, and I started giving such a larger portion of myself and my energy and devotion to just a few things. When you are spread completely thin, you have no idea what that is doing to your nervous system, and then what not succeeding in any of it is gonna do to your confidence and therefore your mental health. Instead, I have personally found that when I made the change to focus on 1 to 3 main things, typically for me, that's 1 fitness goal, and that is 1 career goal or 2. So there was a point in time where I was training for a marathon, planning a wedding, in a full-time job until 7 p.m. every day, hosting a podcast weekly, a YouTube channel, TikTok and Instagram, and then of course the Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok for my podcast. That is far too much to succeed in any area. And I find, since I have healed my gut and gotten off birth control and all of those things that I did, I'm so much more in tune with my body, and there is a for sure direct correlation to your mental health, your brain, and your gut. So if you can kind of journal on what are my 1 to 3 main things I want to focus on right now, that is something that really helped me this year. It's YouTube, it's my freelance business, and it's working out for my wedding. I have a specific goal. Working out for my wedding is I really want to be consistent with strength training, so that's something I can do every morning. YouTube, what can I do? I can focus on prioritizing 1 video a week for YouTube. And then my freelance business, how can I make sure I'm really prioritizing my client work to make money? So just keeping it super focused instead of feeling like you're being spread really thin. Next up is something I have alluded to, which was how I actually healed my gut finally, and that's through functional medicine, also known as root cause medicine. So instead of going to a doctor and getting an antibiotic, which is what wreaked havoc on my gut in the first place and destroyed my gut, just to mask the symptoms for a little bit, just for those symptoms to come crawling right back, instead it's getting functional lab testing to get to the root of your issues. Why are you actually lethargic or bloated or anxious? Are you low in vitamin D? Like, get to the root and figure out how we can fix that. Because sure, you might be tired because you're not getting enough sleep, but maybe you're not getting enough sleep because you're anxious, and maybe you're anxious, you know? There's a whole trickle down. We want to get to the root. So this is actually a perfect segue into the sponsor of today's video, which is LabCorp On Demand, an easy way for you to get on your lab testing to see results. So LabCorp On Demand has over 70 different tests that you can purchase directly online, and then you can go into any LabCorp location and get the blood work done. So you can actually take control of your health and do it today on LabCorp On Demand. So then any day, Monday through Friday, you can literally sign up for an appointment and get tested that same day at one of LabCorp's over 2,000 locations. When I tell you the blood work took a total of I think a minute. I actually was embarrassed that I took my jacket off, I got comfortable, and I was in and out of there. Like, it was the quickest thing ever. I personally did the micronutrients test. So that test assesses the levels of the 6 essential micronutrients in your body. That's vitamin D, B12, folate, along with also minerals like magnesium, zinc. So it is a really great way to start, in my opinion, but they have a ton of other tests you can do.
That was the easiest experience in my life. I think it probably took a total of 5 seconds. I'm not even kidding. And I don't even feel faint. I just, it wasn't that much blood left.
So 2 to 4 days after that, after your sample is collected, you're gonna get an email that notifies you when your results are ready. For me, I was low in vitamin D, so now I'm taking some vitamin D drops to kind of help with any lethargy you're experiencing, energy levels, mood. So for LabCorp On Demand, you can use my promo code to get a little bit of a discount in the description below. I'll put it up here as well. I'll link it so you can kind of scroll through all the tests and see what might work for you. It's super convenient. And just on this note, stop overloading your system with supplements and expecting it to fix your gut. Actually think about it. Imagine you're putting all of these supplements and multivitamins and you don't even know what, and you're just like taking anything trendy and putting it in your body. Just imagine your gut. Like, you wanna get super intentional. That's why testing is really important. So I am big on simplifying. I know you probably were expecting me to mention all these supplements that I want you to add in. I actually want you to simplify. Stop taking supplements. See how your body feels without all these random supplements you've seen, because I've been there. You're trying everything you've seen to hope that something hits. Simplify. And then you can introduce one thing at a time as recommended from testing and see if it's working or not. When you're trying too many things at once, you don't know what's working or not. Okay, my next tip is a realistic change I made is finding joy in cooking. I stopped looking at it as a chore, as something I don't have time for, and I started finding recipes and creators that inspire me to make healthier recipes and healthier versions of food that I usually love for takeout, because eating these big meals and big portions from takeout in the middle of a work day, oh my God, I would get like the biggest bowl of like healthy food cooked in God knows what oils or whatever, and the portion was insane, and I was shoveling it down my throat, and I felt 8 months pregnant every single day. I found that the more I cooked and the more I enjoyed cooking, I actually felt a calmer nervous system, because cooking ended up really giving me space to be off a screen, and it was actually really healthy for me and my mental health. But then also, in turn, I know what's going in my body, and it's just naturally gonna be a lot simpler on your system. So it really just helped me give me time to slow down after work and enjoy cooking and not being on a screen. And then also it helps eat healthier. Okay, the fourth one, I feel like people have so much resistance to this one, and that is totally okay. We're gonna talk about it. Daily meditation. I feel like I wanna take my hair down, guys. Daily meditation. This is gonna calm your nervous system down, and especially if you're dealing with gut issues and anxiety, for both of those things, it really works wonders, especially if you get into breath work. That's personally my form of preferred meditation. And even just visualization and manifestation, like visualizing a healthy gut and a calm feeling and good sleep, like visualizing all of that in your meditation while also using breath work to calm the gut and therefore also calm your anxiety, it just works wonders. So if you are someone who is like, I can't sit still, I highly recommend Kundalini. I do the Evolve by Erica platform. I do have a 10% discount code to her platform always. It's Gen10. It's always in the description below, because I want as many people to try it as possible. It has changed my life. It is a mix of manifestation, breath work, gratitude, mantra, sitting still in a peaceful, calming meditation. I mean, there's something for whatever you're feeling, and that's personally my favorite thing. I like to look at the menu on her website every morning and just choose whatever's calling me, and it has really helped me just make all of these changes in my life. Number 5 is establishing goals for fitness. So anytime I'm consistent with exercise, I'm feeling my most energized, I'm getting that stress relief. Even with running, it really helped me cut inflammation, I found, for me personally. So when I have a goal, I just feel more fulfilled and confident from accomplishing that goal. For example, when I started to race and sign up for a half marathon and then a full marathon, and then it stopped being so results and aesthetic driven and more about the confidence of progressing and hitting my goals. And it helps you stay consistent. It helps you show up with a plan. How many times have you got into the gym and you're like, okay, I got here, and everyone says that's the hardest part, is just getting there. But no, when you have no plan, your confidence is shot, and then you just feel like shit. So pick a date that scares you, like a race, pick a program and follow it so you always know what you're doing when you get into the gym. And just having that plan has helped me establish so much more confidence and make these changes in my life to just feel better about myself overall. And obviously I don't need to tell you the benefits of exercise on your overall well-being. Number 6 is establishing a night routine. This has quite literally changed my entire life. Certain habits in there changed my life. Having the phone outside of the bedroom has been so transformative for my sleep health and my mental health. As far as I don't scroll before bed because my phone isn't in the room, so I'm now reading more. I'm spending more quality time with my fiance, just chatting before bed. Sometimes we read together. We have the red light going. Like, we're creating this calming environment where we're not doom scrolling. We don't have the option. Our phones are literally out here because our Hatch alarm clock will wake us up. We don't need our phones. And then that also allows me not to get stuck in bed first thing in the morning, so I wake up earlier because I'm not grabbing my phone and scrolling for 45 minutes. And I know this is hard, but if you can get the Hatch alarm clock and create that night routine that puts you in the red light and the relaxation, and then it wakes you up nicely and you're not woken up by this jarring alarm and then grabbing your phone and doom scrolling all morning, like, the Hatch is life-changing in my opinion. Another thing with the night routine is if you work from home, moving from whatever environment you are working from. If you're working from, I literally work at this desk over here and then I move to the couch, but then I will also turn my lights off, put this $2 light bulb that we have, actually it's on right now, from Amazon, and I transform the room so it no longer feels like an office and my body knows, okay, it's time to calm down. Number 7 is redefining quality time. As someone who lives in New York City, I, for a while there, was stuck in, I have to spend all my money and drink myself to oblivion. Not actually, but I just felt like I had to eat heavy meals and eat them late and drink with my friends and like be fun and go out. And that is how, I used to literally take out my Google Calendar and make plans with everyone. I felt pressure to make sure that everyone had plans with me every single week. There were weeks where I had plans for dinner every single night. And now I'm like, do you want to go to a workout class? Do you want to run and get a coffee on a Saturday? Do you want to go for a walk during my lunch break? And like, that is how I spend time with my friends. I still get dinner with them, but I try to do that on the weekends so that during the week I can stay on top of my goals and just feel calmer instead of feeling like I'm drinking and eating and getting home late. And even if I get home at like 8 p.m. from a dinner, my system, I never get a good sleep. I just don't. I don't get a good sleep. I'm like wired, I'm excited, and it's just not the same. So I love to spend time with friends doing something like getting my steps in and walking with them. And I find that that quality time is actually really nourishing to the soul, more so than going out for a fun dinner. So that is one realistic change I have made. I still go out for the fun dinners. I'm a good time, but I have definitely pulled back and kind of redefined quality time. The 8th realistic change I have made is trying my damn best to keep it moving throughout the day. It's not easy for me at all, but I wanted to provide the tip because when I do this, my whole day is turned around. And I live in New York City, so in the winter it's definitely harder, but it's getting nice out. It's now staying lighter out later, so like a post-work walk, apparently getting in like a 10-minute walk after every meal is so beyond beneficial, but that's not something I do every single meal. I'm just being real with you. I work really hard all day long and I am a video editor, so I'm sitting a lot. But between projects and when I finish one client's work and then I have to jump into another, I try to get any errands I need to get done during the day, whether it's going to the post office or picking up toilet paper, like whatever it is, I save those tasks for a work break. And I like to just make sure that I'm getting sunlight and a walk in, and even for 5 minutes at some point throughout the workday. It just really does wonders for my mental health. And anytime I'm dealing with gut issues, as much as you can walk and move, the better, to just kind of move your system. So those are the 8 realistic changes I have made to have more energy, less anxiety, less bloat. I want to hear from you. What are you struggling with? What is the biggest thing that has helped you? What is the one thing from this video that you want to try? Comment it down below. I hope you're not experiencing what I used to experience, but I really thought that healing was totally impossible, and I envied everyone who made videos like this. And I'm here to tell you, no matter how long you're struggling, you will find your solution, you will find your healing. It just takes time, unfortunately. So annoying. Subscribe for more tips to live a healthier, happier life. I'll see you in the next one.